Hi, welcome back to Cycle GF channel. In this video, we will be connecting the rods and summarizing the whole what we discussed about the why is this game rigged. Now, let's go back to the augmented reality and the cards that you see here in the shoe. So basically, what we have described is that these cards are pretty much empty. Let me play this. Okay, so these cards are pretty much empty, and then there are digital prints on the card. So as the cards are revealed, the digital prints come on them as per their, the card sequencing. So card sequencing is done algorithmically. There are algorithms, there are digital prints based on the augmented reality. They are not real cards. The real playing cards, they look different, right? So basically, we talked about this in our previous videos, that all the figures that you see on the cards are digital prints. They are not real prints as you see in real playing cards. Okay, so these are augmented reality. Now, why basically these are augmented reality? Because they need to print based on their card sequencing distribution. So let's focus on the card sequencing distribution. Now, if these cards are not real, these are blank cards, and as the cards come out, the digital prints are overlaid on these cards, and that's what you see when she is revealing. That you can see that the way she is flipping the card. If I slow down a bit, let's say if I want to slow down this to 0.25. What you will see is that whenever the card is flipped, it's like digital cards. The feel and the look, they are not real card. I can show you guys in a real casino, which is basically online casino, which is linked with a land-based casino. The way the cards are flipped is real. They are real cards. Okay, they are not digital prints. Okay. Anyhow. It doesn't mean that this is illegal. This can be perfectly legal. There's nothing wrong with that. They are just using a technology in order to reveal the figures, the numbers, right? Now, but what is the idea behind this? Is that what you guys see this in terms of cards in this shoe right here. There's supposed to be, in a real Baccarat game, there's supposed to be 8 decks of cards. Now, that's my point. Okay, there's supposed to be 8 decks of cards. Otherwise, there is no point of calling this a live game. Right? Do you guys agree with me? Let me repeat this. There is no point of calling this a live game if the cards in this shoe are not 6 to 8 decks of cards. Now, when you go to a casino, you will find 2 kinds of Baccarat table. One Baccarat table is manual. It's hand shuffled, which everyone prefers to play. Okay? And basically in Macau, in Vegas, in Atlantic City, and elsewhere, you will find 2 types of Baccarat tables. One is manual, hand shuffled. You will see them always crowded. And then there are other tables in Baccarat. Basically, the cards are run by automatic shuffling machines. Nobody wants it. Why? Because the patterns are just weird. Nobody sits on a table which is run by. You can see a dealer. You can see the dealer pulling the cards from the automatic shuffling machine. That's fine. But the machine is obvious. The casino will tell you that the machine constantly shuffles the cards. Okay? But people prefer hand shuffled cards. Why? Because they can identify patterns, they can apply strategies, they can, it's just that it's better understandable. They can apply strategy better on hand shuffled cards rather than machines run. Plus, people are worried about what's inside the machine. It could be rigged. It could be run by algorithm. It can read the strategies. It can play around. There's so many like ambiguity. What the shuffles look like inside the machine. So the players don't want to take a risk. So basically, they prefer a hand shuffled baccarat tables. And the casinos are willing to provide the both. I mean, the casinos have no problem. Honestly, it doesn't really make any difference for the casino whether the players are playing on a hand shuffled baccarat table or it's run by automatic shuffling machine. But the difference here in online casino, in evolution and pragmatic, they are portraying themselves that it's a live game, and this is 6 to 8 decks based manual shoes. Now, this is my problem with evolution and pragmatic. This is the problem. It's not my problem. It's your problem too if you're playing. Okay. Now, why I'm saying this is that this is not 8 deck shoes. So if it's not 8 deck shoes, then there is no point of calling this a live game. There is no point of having this dealer pretending that she is pulling the card. I mean, why is she pretending that she is pulling the card out of the shoe? Why are they showing there is a shuffler shuffling the card, pretending that these are real cards? Now, you might ask me now, why am I saying this? Why am I so sure that these are not real cards? These are augmented reality, and these are digital prints, and it's just virtual. And this shoe is not based on 6 to 8 decks, which is supposed to be, which they are portraying themselves as 8 decks shoe. I will show you proof on stake.com. By the way, this is not my assumptions. This is not what I think. This is not my theory. This is not, some kind of imagination. Okay, this is real. Okay, I'm gonna basically show you guys, facts based on stake.com. Is written on stake.com if this Baccarat shoe is based on 6 to 8 decks or not. So now let's go and visit stake.com site and let's read their rules. There you go. Now here we are on stake.com on probably fair. Okay. What does it say about blackjack and baccarat? It says in a standard deck of cards, there are 52 unique possible outcomes. When it comes to playing blackjack, hilo, and baccarat on our platform, we utilize an unlimited amount of decks when generating the game event. And therefore, each turn of a card always has the same probability. Now, here is a striking fact, guys. This is a striking fact. You guys have to pay attention to this. Okay, what does it say? Stake explicitly says this on their probably fair in order to be transparent to every one of you. This is what it says. When it comes to playing blackjack, hilo, and baccarat on our platform, we utilize an unlimited amount of decks. So they are utilizing unlimited amount of decks, and they're using RNG pretty much. It means that they are using RNG, okay, random number generator, in order to reveal the numbers. So that makes sense, right? In order to produce an RNG on blank cards, they just use augmented reality as a digital prints based on the RNG. Voila. Okay, that's what we are talking about. So they are utilizing unlimited amount of decks. So they're not using 8 decks at all on Baccarat shoe. So let me repeat this. They're utilizing unlimited amount of decks when generating the game event. And therefore, each turn of a card always has the same probability. All right, guys? There you go. That's my point. Okay? So if I put this clause on ChatGPT, let's find out what ChatGPT says about this fact. What is online casino live Baccarat game is all about. Let's find out. All right, guys. Now we are on ChatGPT. I put in exactly the same clause on ChatGPT, and I asked ChatGPT to explain this. Pretty much, I said, explain this. Is this based on 8x or what is it? So basically, the ChatGPT answers yes. That's exactly the key line from Stakes Probably Fair rules for card games like Blackjack, Hilo, and Baccarat. So what it says here is that what this means in practice, Stake isn't running through a fixed 6-deck or 8-deck shoe. Guys, it's not from me. I mean, I don't want anyone to tell me that this is my made-up story or I just made it up or I'm just imagining things. No, this is what it is. Okay, Stake isn't running through a fixed 6-deck or 8-deck shoe. They simulate draws from an infinite shoe, effectively an endless reshuffle model, worse than automatic shuffling machine in a land-based casino. This is worse than shuffling machine in a land-based casino. So what you guys are playing is a piece of crap. I mean, this is a disaster. So here, and then it says that's why in Stake Baccarat, card depletion doesn't exist. The probability of any card is always the same, regardless of what has already appeared. This makes the game purely RNG driven and immune to classic advantage techniques like card counting, clump tracking, shoe exhaustion strategies. Even N-series doesn't work. That explains perfectly why your strategies that work, or at least it feel logical, in a land-based casino with a finite shoe don't carry over on Stakes Baccarat. Guys, okay, now here is back-to-back proofs, guys. This is back-to-back evidence, and voila, there it is. We cracked it, boys. We cracked it, okay? So now let's go back to our good old live session on stake.com on evolution. And let's look at the drama they're playing. So basically, if Stake is not running through a fixed 6-deck or 8-deck shoe, then why are they pretending that they are demonstrating a live game shoe? This is what I don't understand. This is like, way over my head. Right? So why are they showing that there is a card shuffler mixing the cards in the background and then pretending that it's an 8-deck shoe? This is the point. I don't get it. Why are they doing it? Right? So the point is, now, is that legal? I mean, they can always argue that, look, we told you that it's not 8-deck shoe. We told you it's an RNG driven, and it's based on. It's not based on. The card depletion doesn't exist. It's based on infinite shoe, and it does not carry 8-deck shoe. So pretty much, they're using augmented reality, digital prints, to reflect the RNG numbers on the card. Yeah, I mean, legally they can get away with that. I mean, basically what they are saying, guys, I told you that it's not 8-deck shoe. We told you that it's an RNG based. So therefore, we are using a digital print to reflect the figures on the card. So everything is written on their site. It's just that people are not willing to understand. They are not willing to accept the fact that these are fake cards. So let's go back to stake.com. Here we are. We are back again on evolution. As I said, this shoe doesn't carry 6 to 8 decks, and this is fake. Okay, so as per the favorably fair statement on stake.com, this is not an 8-deck shoe. This is purely based on RNG. So meaning that these figures on the card are based on digital prints and based on augmented reality. These are not real cards. These are digital cards, or you can call it virtual digital cards. Okay? And that's why they have this barcodes on it in order to track the RNG numbers, which is generated by their algorithm in the backend in their computers, which is reflected on these cards as the cards are pulled. Right? Now, another theory could be that this is a pre-recorded video, and whenever somebody's betting, you are just betting on a pre-recorded video. That's a valid argument as well, because this deck doesn't exist. I mean, this shoe actually doesn't carry any 6 to 8 decks. So, and these figures are based on stake.com, favorably fair, based on their statement. These are all RNG, and this shoe is not, there is no finite depletion for this deck, meaning that it's infinite number of RNG generated. So why are they showing this shoe in the first place? That's what I don't understand. I mean, this is mind-boggling. Okay, so now this is where when we describe that it's pre-recorded videos, and there are algorithms basically determines the card sequencing, and when you place a very high bet, they can easily alter the numbers on these cards. They can easily alter these numbers or these figures on the cards, because these are digital prints, and that's because this shoe doesn't carry 6 to 8 decks of cards. It's just is basically declared by favorably fair statement on stake.com themselves. They said it. These figures or these numbers are pure RNG, guys. These are random generated numbers. Okay. Now, random generated numbers, basically, they can be manipulated with what? With RTP, return to players. They can tighten up the RTP. They can relax the RTP whenever they want. Okay. So if they tighten up the RTP, means the RTP is going to go down below 90%. It can go up to 60%. They can even make it 50% if they want to. All right. If they reduce the RTP, it means that they can manipulate all kinds of algorithm to make you lose all your bets. So the options are just open for them, whatever they want to do. Nothing can stop them. So I hope you guys have understood the essence of this video. This is literally, I think this video literally busted everything, guys. Evolution, pragmatic, online casino gaming. I mean, I don't think anybody talked about this before, and we wanted to bring to your attention on what is exactly going on before you think that these are real decks of cards that you're playing with and applying some sort of strategies and systems. The same strategy that you apply in a land-based casino that you think that is valid for online casinos, which is not true. Whatever you do on online casinos, the options are open for the online operators, whatever they want to do, because these RNGs can be manipulated at their disposal. All right, guys, I hope you have found this video very helpful. If you have any questions, please comment below this video, and I'll be looking forward to respond to you guys as soon as possible. And please share this video to your friends, to whoever you think that they are engaged in online play. This is a very, very important video. Please share this. We would like to see millions of hits on this video. Because we want to bring this video to everybody's awareness, and everyone should be informed about this worldwide. And please press the like button and subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys in our next video. Cheers.